There are three categories of persons right now all across the globe. It's either you are in a trouble right now, in a test or trial, or you have just finished a test or trial, or you are waiting to get into test or trial. Some of us consider it as trouble, some of us consider it as opportunity, just dependent on our mindset. But if you are in one form of trial or test right now, this is for you. Tests or trials do not come to break you. They come to test what is in the inside of you. They come to find out if you can get to the next level. After all, when we go through school and we're given an examination, we are tested at the end of a semester or the end of a term to find out if what we were taught we have truly understood, and if we're ready to go to the next level of life. That's what tests or trials are meant for. They are not meant to break you. They are meant to let you know who you truly are. When the children of Israel went through this test, 40 years in the wilderness, God let them understand that He did that to be able to test what was in their mind, what was in their heart, to find out if with or without food they will still regard Him as God, and they will still worship Him, and they will still honor Him as God. And of course, the result is very obvious to every good student of the Bible. You know that consistently a generation failed God over and over again, with grumbles, with complaints, with riots as it were, until God declared they will not go into the promised land. Because obviously He knew that even taking them to the promised land will mean that they were going to keep grumbling. Even though they were going to live in houses they didn't build, they were going to harvest farms they didn't sow, they were going to enjoy an environment they didn't work for. Now, that's what test does for us, and that's what challenges or opportunities do for us when they present themselves as trouble. So, if you're going through, quote, trouble right now, I would like to encourage you to say that it is a test, and you've got to find out why the test is coming to you. Job went through this test. He had so much at one point. In fact, he was considered the man who trusted God the most, until the devil came and swept everything that he had in one day. Not only that, sickness was upon him. There were sores from the crown of his head to the soles of his feet. Yet he held on to God. And you know what? Not once did he mention devil. He held on to God, knowing that God had permitted this trial and test because God was taking him through a process to an end point. Eventually, we're told that Job became richer and greater than where he started from. So, no, this test, this trial is not meant to break you, even though it is painful, it is difficult, it is heartbreaking, even for you as an individual. But you've got to be strong. You have got to persevere. Now, to be able to persevere, you've got to behave like Joseph, a young man who had a fantastic dream as a teenager, then suddenly found himself in a pit by his brothers, pulled out from the pit, sold into slavery, and for refusing to sleep with his master's wife was thrown into the prison. And after some years in prison, he became the prime minister of Egypt, the then superpower of the world, just within a twinkle of an eye, but haven't gone through a process. So to be able to persevere, you've got to be like Joseph. And these are the things I will suggest to you so you can persevere. First, do have a dream. You must have a focus, something you are looking up to achieve at the tail end of the day. You must be driving towards a direction, okay, for you to succeed in going through your moments of pain and trial. You must continue to focus on this dream so that you do not lose sight. Secondly, you must trust God. God knows the way, all the way through. Okay? The Bible tells us that He knows the end from the very beginning. This thing that you are going through is orchestrated by God, and it is leading you towards your desired end. After all, Scripture tells us that all things work together for the good of those who love God and are called according to His purpose. The third thing is that you must be faithful and committed to whatsoever assignment that you have in your hand right now. Because again, we're told that, and I believe that sincerely, that if you are faithful in little, you will also be faithful in much. The test, the trial, the trouble that you may call trouble is testing to see if you will be successful in handling the big things that will come your way. Again, never lose sight of God. Fourth, you must understand that this is a process. It is a process. And because it is a process, it had a start date, it must definitely have an expiry date. Whatever you are going through right now, whatever part of the world that you are, you must note that as a leader, you're going through a process to lead you to a better end. These are the few things I would suggest to you to do, even as you keep waiting on God to take you to your final destination. Thank you. Have a good day.